Happy Monday. It is currently lunchtime in New York, so I will be trading PM session today. And what am I looking for? Well, first things first, for AM session, I was looking for this daily high inside the daily gap, which has been hit during AM session. Now we are in lunch session. I'm not expecting much at the minute, but what am I looking for now? Quickly, let's just look at ES. What the hell is this? Crazy bullish momentum up to all-time highs compared to NQ, really lagging behind here, so quite uncorrelated, but we're also just bullish on both pairs, so not really. We're in a daily gap right now, 4-hour bearish gap as well, and 1-hour bearish gaps too, probably 50 minutes. So high time frame bearish gaps we're in right now, but we are still very bullish. I would like to see a retrace lower for a good long, and I have marked out this hourly high up here. I don't really have too much faith in this high because it's respected this bearish gap previously. I like this area. There's a bit of accumulation up here, so if we come up here, that could be a good play for PM. Yeah, so there's a possibility that ES runs up to the daily gap. It's still a good bit away, but ES could run up there. Then we could get our retrace off the SMT for a long play. I will just be waiting for macro times and a good setup for PM, as it's not always the best, but we'll just play what we get. So PM session has officially started, and it is not looking good for a long play, which is what I'm looking for. I need to see a retrace, preferably from the hourly gap down here. That would be beautiful, but I think we're too far away from it now. We have just came up and tapped into an unfilled hourly, and I have marked it another one above, and then the final take profit is what I mentioned earlier, would be my PM target. So pre-PM macro, I was looking for nothing really, just looking for what price was doing. So I want shorts for longs for a good long setup. So I was looking at these gaps here, looking at this 5-minute gap inversing. There was also a 3-minute gap, but more specifically, there was a 2-minute gap, which I wanted them all to inverse. None of them did, besides the 1 minute, which is because we're bullish, obviously. And then near the end of macro, we start getting these momentum candles up. There was no real play. These tiny 30 seconds are just not valid for an entry for me, especially when we're just chopping. But the momentum candles are kind of convincing me that we wanted to go run highs, run further without a retrace. There's a tiny 1 minute here, just not valid at all. But that was an entry here on this 1 minute close, break even at the high. And then we did run up to the hourly gap here. That would have been a nice play coming into PM. Nearly a 2-hour play, 46 points. I did not take this as it is not valid for me. So what am I looking for now out of the hourly? I want to see a retrace somewhat. Now we do have a 15-minute down here. This could be good. We are 20 minutes away from macro, so if we can make our way down to the 15-minute gap and present a setup, I will be interested in taking that. Looking to enter a short. Oh, that's fucked. Okay, flip that around. Rookie mistake. So what are we looking at here? Just barely missed the hourly high here, but we have a massive SMT with the ES. It's nearly at all-time highs. Inverse this 15-minute on the way down. Not the best close. We have a 15-minute gap below. It's also like a 30-minute, 45-minute, whatever. Now, I thought we had them big lows. They've been swept, but we did come back up into the 5-minute gaps here. 3-minute gap as well, and had a pretty bearish reaction. So that is why I got into this play. This is a terrible reaction for bearishness though. Let's see, there is a small 30-second here. Yeah, there's a tiny 30-second gap there. I wouldn't even consider that anything though. There's a 5-minute down here that is also holding. It is very small as well. but regardless, it is holding. We've worked into it 3 times now. So to confirm, back to the highs bullishness here. This 3-minute gap will be good. I think we have a 2-minute gap here as well. Just need to see a close with momentum. I think I'm out of this. Yep, stopped out of this trade for a loss of $75. And now we're shooting up. Don't love these type of entries. If I was to try and enter off this 2-minute here, it needs to be in between here. If it takes a high up here, this is the break even point, because it's another gap where order flow goes neutral again. Why is this going to close? No, didn't get the close there in the 2-minute. Pretty good 1-minute closes here. This candle inverse this gap here with an order block as well. Okay, wait for this next minute close and we'll see how the 3-minute, if the 3-minute inverses this. I like it, I do like it. There's the 5-minute inverse as well. No 3-minute close on this candle, unfortunately. Come back into this 1-minute. So we don't want to see a bounce from there. We're on a macro now as well. So this next 1-minute close, if we get the 2-minute here, I will be taking this. Doesn't look like we're getting the close here. So this is the close we want. We've got a 3-minute close in 30 seconds along with the 2-minute close as well. I will be entering this in 20 seconds if we get the close. And no close there. So I'm not entering. This is just taking too long to inverse. Too many gaps above the inverse. Just not the type of play I would like. We've balanced this 1-minute down here, so we shouldn't see price come back down. But my ideal entry would be lower for a 30-second confirmation entry. That would be my preferred entry. Lower into this 15-minute gap as well would be nice. But we got a yes. Just coming back to its highs. All-time highs, still a good bit away. Don't know if we'll see it this PM session. But definitely I would be surprised if it doesn't hit this week. And that's a wrap for PM session. My bullish bias was correct. I had this high marked out and that was my target for PM. We couldn't make it that high, but I did mark out these two unmitigated hourly gaps. We were able to tap one of them and we edged the other one up here. Unfortunately, there was no good entries that my model follows. We didn't get the retrace like I wanted to. We did get a retrace in this 15-minute and hourly, but just no good setups for this PM. So small loss today, but that's alright. We're still on track on this eval, so hopefully we can get this eval passed by the end of the week, trading PM sessions.